Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Repentance, where today we are going to do the I Rule challenge, because I just turned on my washing machine and we need to do something that takes about as long as it takes to get to the centrifugal part of the washing cycle. We start off with a knife and a shield. And the boomerang, and the ladder as well. Mustn't forget the ladder. And we are going to try to beat Mega Satan. This, I guess, might have been the first iteration of like a proper Zelda-based challenge, which did get a little bit further enhanced in Repentance as well, with that one challenge where you get the sword and the proper sword rather than Mom's knife, but it's still an interesting one to at least sort of mosey along. I don't think you really get any whatchamacallits. You don't get item rooms, I don't think, so that's kind of worrying, but hopefully that's not going to matter too much. We should be able to get some extra consumables by using the boomerang, of course. There was a golden pill behind us. We did unlock that recently, so I guess I should probably at least check that out, because quite frankly I haven't interacted with one before in this video series. It's an interesting one for sure. It's very good if you have like Lucky Foot or PhD or something like that. Without it, it's a little bit more worrying, since effectively you use it, you get a pill effect, and then you can use it some more times and you'll get some different pill effects. So it might end up being good. It might end up being fairly terrible. We're going to find out together in a minute. I'm just gonna run through this floor for a little bit, see if we can find anything particularly neat. And I want to play with that sacrifice room for a little bit. And for that, I want to be at 1 health using the sacrifice room, so I can then use the golden pill to not get like bad trip effects to happen over and over. That is going to give us a soul heart. There's an eternal heart right there as well. There's a bunch of red hearts on the floor, so yeah, I think the sacrifice room isn't too terrible of an idea. There's a couple places where the secret room could be, which could be interesting as well. I'm hoping it's over here. Wouldn't be weird. And it is. There isn't much here to speak of, unfortunately, but fair enough. And the super secret room could be in front of the shop, but it could be like elsewhere as well, really. So just gonna leave that alone for now. And there we go. Let's use a golden pill for explosive diarrhea. That was one of the pills that worried me a little bit. I should actually probably do this in places where I think the super secret room could be, but simultaneously Horf could show up, and that could be pretty rough. I found pills. Bad guys. Are you a wizard? Doesn't really affect us with the knife. Luck up, pretty fly, gulp. So we ate whatever trinket we just had. Speed down, that's not great. Something's wrong. Bad gas, X-lax. I'm drowsy. Gulp again. Are you a wizard? I'm excited. Lemon party. One makes you small. Tears up, not bad. I'm drowsy. The flashing effect's pretty rough. Shot speed, paralysis. Hoping for that full heal and not just speed downs, because they are getting pretty damn rough at this point. Verp for another golden pill. Tears up, pretty fly, health up. Paralysis again. One makes you larger. There we go. Couldn't quite get away from things in time, unfortunately, but it's a little tricky to use. Eventually this thing actually gets consumed. Until then, feral health. There we go. Now we can slowly but surely walk back to that sacrifice room with significantly more health than we had previously. Outside of the speed downs, has actually been a very effective one for sure. I'm excited just to activate it, that's why everything just sped up. And we are going to go back once again to the room where the super secret room might be. Come on. God, this movement speed is just awful. But I don't want to die to random bombs is the thing. Oh my god, there's so many of these. I don't think the super secret room is there from the look of things, because I'm pretty sure that bomb would have taken care of that. Let's try over here. Maybe this location's not ideal, but yeah, fair enough. I'm excited. X-Lax, one makes you small Stompy. So because we got one makes you large 3 times, we got the Stompy transformation. Luck up, Amnesia. I'm surprised how frequently we're able to use this. Usually they go away pretty quickly, I feel. Oh, there we go. That works. That's not ideal. Right, so we know where all of that is. I'm tempted to just move on. There is, like... I think there was some more red hearts that we can get. And then we can use the sacrifice room. I think one more time would be probably ideal. Because I think at that point you either get the things or the stuff. Let's just quickly find out. And at that point I would be kind of done with the whole shenaniganry anyway. It's been a while that we're at the 5-minute basement and we have not really moved. We get active contrition for another eternal heart. We can choose angel rooms even if we don't have even if we take a devil deal, so that's kind of nice. And yeah, that's the power of a golden pill right there when it works out extremely in your favor, because quite frankly, most of the time I have terrible experiences with these things. Obviously the speed down is not exactly what you'd call ideal, but other than that, this is pretty fine. I do hope we can get a speed up somewhere, because otherwise we're going to be here for a while, but getting this much health at least makes the devil deals a lot more interesting. Plus, we can still go to angel rooms afterwards because of the item that we got out of the sacrifice room. So, it's not terrible. It's generally not a terrible start for sure. But I will probably start running a little bit occasionally that I'm excited pill is going to activate because we made 1 million of them. It's working out. There's Bob's Rotten Head. Not terrible. Not super excited by it. We're just gonna move on though. 2 bombs. Should probably get the bombs, I suppose, and the keys as well. I mean, getting shop items could be good. Again, if we can get PhD, then that's just really nice. Humbling bundle would also not be too terrible. Unfortunately, we got 0 coins from the one that had coins in his eyes, so that is unfortunate. But that is the way it is sometimes. Let's just go fight Larry Jr. of all bosses, which should take approximately 1 more second. There you go. Didn't get a speed up from that. Didn't get a speed up here. We got Damocles. That's exciting, but not, not in a good way. So we're just going to leave that one alone. Let's just quickly check out if we can get that humbling bundle, because I think that at least would make it a little bit more guaranteed that we can get other shop items later in the run, and that would just be really nice. Might have to go for... I guess we could just go for the arcade room. We do have a shield, so occasionally we do block some tears. That's just lovely. Oh, alright, Stompy. Stompy does that. Forgot about that. It's one of those weird effects. Also, we just got Queen of Hearts card, so I'm just going to do this, and once again, we're going to be here for a while, because this could give us a speed up if we're lucky, and we could alternatively get the IV bag, which is still not too terrible. I should actually probably buy the Humbling Bundle first before doing more of that, because I think that should maybe drop double coins more frequently, and at that point we'll probably have enough money for the remainder of the run, so that's it's a pretty good deal. We got a couple out of it. Not too bad. Let's just do one more. Let's just go to like 1 heart and then see if we can heal that back up again. Either way, we got a decent amount of money to work with. We're gonna get a lot of consumables because of that humbling bundle. We could, in theory, go into the curse room as well with this item, and I think I don't hate that idea. Let's see if there's a secret room over here first, though. That's better. And a golden bomb. Sure. And I guess we might as well just blow up the entire arcade room at that point as well. I'm happy that I didn't spend any health to try and go in here, because this is a terrible curse room. But fair enough. We could look for crawl spaces with this Stompy transformation as well, but I don't really want to bother. I don't think we really particularly need to, especially with the amount of stuff that we've gotten so far. Realistically, I would say the only thing we're missing at this stage is speed. So if we can get our movement speed back again, that'd be lovely. I'm taking the boomerang mostly just for thematic purposes. I don't particularly need the boomerang anymore, especially since we have both the ladder and stompy, so pretty much nothing can get in the way except for a large void in between items, but those don't show up super frequently, so it doesn't matter too much. And I could look for my super secret room, but I mean, we've left the floor, so what can you do? Let's just move onwards towards the good times. We are gonna have pretty high angel room chances just because of the key that we have. That is going to increase that rather drastically, so more likely than not the only rooms we're gonna see from this point on are gonna be angel rooms, but that's fair enough. Angel rooms are not exactly what you'd call a bad time in these circumstances, so I don't mind that. If we could just get a whole bunch of damage, obviously a Sacred Heart or something would be nice. Rosary I don't hate because of the health. A little bit more tier 8 never hurt anyone, although a little bit more tier 8 with the knife can be a little bit fiddly to use for sure. It's not exactly my favorite, but it's not exactly unusable either. But if we could just get flight or something, that would actually be kind of nice in terms of like not worrying about creeps so much. Be the main reason there. God, we are so slow. That's what you get when you eat a whole bunch of golden pills. I feel like that is a pretty standard happening when you eat a large quantity of golden pills, that your movement speed becomes fairly terrible. But, you know, it's something you can do. It's a little exciting. I need to remember to go back to this before we leave the floor. Because I cannot keep that thing alive, but if we can just keep it for at least one... If we can take it to the end of this floor by just killing everything else first, then we're probably going to be okay. But usually that little friend just dies to just a random creature somewhere throughout the run, and I don't want to deal with that. So let's just clear a path for our little friend there. Let's be sure to check out the shop as well, otherwise we did a lot of troublesome effort for ultimately no reason, and that just seems like a little bit of a waste of time. And one could already call it a little bit of a waste of time just because using sacrifice rooms is just a little tedious at times. We have two little friends behind us right now, which I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what that trinket does. I didn't read it. I did not bother to memorize it. It is just kind of chasing us along with the key that we have, and I don't mind having it with us, but I do not know of its effectiveness in the end of the day. I would like to get one more soul heart at some point, I suppose. That would at least make life a little bit safer. There's a couple places where the super secret room could be, and I don't really like any of them. Like for a room like this, we could have used the boomerang, we could have used the ladder. We got so many choices, and I still wouldn't mind having flight. Just because at that point, you just zoom to it just a little bit nicer. A lot of spiky chests in this run. And a map though, and that I do not mind. We don't know what pill that is. Let's just not. Did we bomb this? I don't actually remember. We did. I'm fairly sure I did now, actually. Don't worry about it. Sometimes you need to bomb something twice just to make absolutely sure there's not a super secret room in there. Those things can be pesky and hidden. But not if you bomb the same wall several times in a row. Then you know, oh, it's probably not there. Could maybe get something from that bomb beggar with 7 bombs, but not exactly worth the time to try and invest into that, I'd say. There we go. Movement speed, that's lovely. And a little bit of extra damage as well. Guess who forgot to go to the secret room? It was me! Immediately realized as I jumped down. Well, fair enough. What can you do? At the end of the day, usually you don't get that much good stuff from that creature anyway, but it's still, it is kind of nice to at least try. It's a little bit of an extra challenge. Occasionally you get like soul hearts or eternal hearts, I think, which is obviously not bad. I think you can get items from it, but I'm not 100% sure. But we're not going to find out this run because we left it on the previous floor with no way back. I didn't even bother to try and dodge that mushroom. I just ran through that without a care in the world. Not much going on here. The shield is actually kind of nice for most things, really. It does keep you rather safe. I guess we can create little bridges over here. I didn't even consider that. We don't need to because again we just could just use the boomerang, but you know, it's nice to have options. It's nice to have options. I have no idea where the secret room is so far. It could be nearby. Could be here. Maybe not. No, it was there. Cool. Wasn't sure if I placed that pawn correctly, but it worked out. We could skip a room, but of course it would be a shame if we miss out on random Eternal Heart room. So, you understand my choice. I'm surprised that my walking willy-nilly through mushroom strategy is still working out, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't care that much about this run. This is not a particularly difficult challenge at the worst of days, and quite frankly, the start that we have has made life a little bit more easygoing, I would say, just because we ended up with so much extra health. The health down pill doesn't even bother me that much. Nose Goblin, it's not a terrible trinket. Not sure if it works with the knife, but we're going to find out together. Walked into yet another mushroom and nothing went wrong, so I have to assume that there probably just aren't bad mushrooms in this game anymore. There we go, no more curses. And this wonderful room. I recently got this room while playing as Tainted Lost, and something like that happened. Where I just died instead. So I'm gonna look forward to playing as that character at some point in the future, but for now it's something I'm not particularly going to worry about. That is something future me can take care of. And that is definitely not going to be today me. I mean, prayer card is fun. It's very... Alright, shouldn't walk into the angel statues while I got stomping. Definitely forgot. Yeah, prayer card could be fun, but I'm just... it's not exactly in the theme of being Link from the Legend of Zelda series by Nintendo Entertainment Systems. So we're just gonna leave that alone. Probably should have touched it at least, though. It's not part of a transformation, but probably good luck to at least think about it a little bit. Surprised this door stays open all the time. I should probably put some hearts in there. Because there is 2 red hearts just waiting for us right there as well. If we can get 1 soul heart out of this, I'd say it's worthwhile. If we get anything out of this. Alright, nice. Absolute garbage. Very nice. We got... Nothing matters. I can just do whatever I want. The game will just be like, you know what, here it is. Here's your prize for spending a large quantity of time on this nonsense machine with no actual content inside it. And I appreciate that. That's nice. I like when the game works with me like that. Oh, I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a year, you know? It's been just a year, and quite frankly, this run is very much just a let's just not worry about it for just a moment. Let's just run around with our knife, stab everything that gets in the way, and then we're just gonna call that an accomplishment, and then we're gonna move on. It's just been a little bit much lately, you know, and I kind of appreciate that occasionally there are still these things to do where you don't really have to worry about things too much, and you could just sort of walk into a skull to create a small bridge to a golden chest and then get a whole bunch of money. To the point where one might even question, why did I get all of these the humbling bundle and things if the game is just going to give me genuinely everything I could ever dream of. But at the end of the day, perhaps the reason why we're getting everything is because we got the humbling bundle. It can be a little bit hard to estimate at times. There might be a secret room over there. But that's this challenge. It's not particularly difficult. Most difficulty comes in the Mega Satan fight at the end, I would say, just because Mega Satan is just a little bit tricksy at times, and with the knife you have to stand kind of close to him. Even with the shield protecting you a lot, it can be a little dicey if you don't get the health for it. So I'm like marginally worried about that, but other than that, there's not much that the build you start this challenge with cannot handle. And then if you get decent boss room items, you usually are going to be alright. Then there's stuff like this. I'm a little bit tempted to just get the Bible. I'll at least touch it for the sake of some transformations. A little tempted to use Perthrow on it, but not like a lot. And a 4. Let's range down. Yeah, I might reroll everything on this floor. That actually seems kind of worthwhile because there could be some good stuff in there. The Bible is obviously amazing for the mom's heart fight and the mom's foot fight and all that stuff. And, you know, having flight occasionally is kind of nice, even though it doesn't matter too much right now. I'm not sure if this trinket does anything that I have right now, so maybe I should go for the lunch one. Because I haven't really seen any nose goblins, but at the same time things are dying so quickly that it can be difficult to tell at times, I suppose. I'm gonna see if we can get a speed up. If we could just get like a belt, like obviously the meat is really nice just because it's health up, it's damage. It's not that much damage, so I don't really care that much. It seems kind of a waste to re-roll it, but it's too late now. I'm already over here. Does not affect the devil or angel room. I'm sure I've read those sentences before, but I did not remember that. That's okay. Especially with the amount of money that we have. What do we got? It is Ghost Bab. It is Dream Catch. Which is probably going to create some interesting dreams of just which boss we are going to deal with, because everything else does not exist. So, fair enough, I suppose. At least, it's not too terrible. The super secret room could very well be in that big room over there, and if it's there, I'm not going to bother with it. But if it's over here, that would be nice. Nope. Oh well. Well, that's just a worst health up. Oh well. Probably should have gone with the meat. It is never really a bad choice at the end of the day, but still, I was kind of hoping for a little bit more there. We'll look for my shop this time around, just because I think with the membership card especially, it's just kind of nice. The trinket would have allowed us to go to the beast fight or to Mega Satan regardless with the cost of a singular bomb, so nice that we get that at that point. We have 25 seconds to reach boss rush. That seems unlikely. So that's, let's just ignore that. Black heart, that's okay. A little bit of an expensive black heart admittedly, but eh. That's not gonna happen. That's okay. That seems really good. Just get Tainted Isaac mode, I suppose. There's a blue candle, which is still in the theme of Zelda, so we could go for that if we really wanted to. I don't particularly care for it, so I'm just gonna re-roll it. Boga bombs or not boga bombs. And yeah, all in all, pretty exciting. We're at full health apparently, so that's good. We have lost our boss rush, which I'm just going to accept. And we're just gonna go to the boss. I think we should probably get another angel room or devil deal, especially with Birthright. That seems pretty great. Especially with Perthrow as well, that seems pretty great. We could destroy the angel, but we're not going to get anything without the trinket that just drops regular angel room items when you kill one, so probably not going to get much out of that. Other than that though, everything's fine. Let's check the regular secret room. Thought it was a super secret room for some reason, don't worry about it. Mother, there you are. Could maybe get like an Emperor card or something from some of these places, but I'm not going to concern myself with it too much. It is running time. We have dragged this out long enough. We have gone through every shop that we can. We surprisingly enough didn't get too much negativity. Glyph of Balance, that's going to keep us alive. I need to stop walking into these angel statues. I mean, Genesis is kind of fun. I'm curious how that would work with this challenge, but at the same time, let's just re-roll it. For a soul locket. Yeah, I think that's definitely the better one of the two. Blow up those. Just for the sake of getting us some startups. Maybe a little bit more? No. Not sure if we got a speed up from that, but I do feel a little bit quicker. I don't know if it's based on anything, but I will happily take that. We're fighting some sort of winged creature. I could use the name, The Fallen, but I genuinely forgot it for a moment there. Also, I just walked into that spike, but that's mostly just so I can get more good stuff from Soul Hearts later. Also, occasionally, I'm just gonna bomb through a room when I don't want to deal with it, because that room looked a little bit more nasty than I'm willing to put up with right now. The ladder is getting optimal use. Greed is there. That's exciting. He spawned an enemy just and he's standing next to me, which realistically was the only way he could actually damage me from that position. I need to stop taking damage from everything now, though. Simultaneously, there's a full health fill, and I have 100 health containers, so I guess nothing matters too much. But maybe in the whole let's maybe get one more angel room thing, maybe I should keep some soul hearts. But then again, it does make it easier to pick up soul hearts for the soul heart locket later on, if there's just a room filled with them. But now we're getting into the danger zone of losing our angel room, so perhaps a little bit of care can be put into the remainder of this floor. No super secret room there. It is the Fallen. What a twist. We did it. There's Abaddon, which we could do to just ruin our day, but might not be worth. Arena of Souls is fun, but let's just go with the 100% angel room chance instead. So we get one more angel room on the next floor. That's some more damage. I mean, Abaddon's a little tempting, admittedly, but it wouldn't be a good idea. It would just I feel the full health is just so much extra defense that there's no way that Abaddon can really put up a fight against how useful that is. So we're just gonna leave that alone. It was a fun idea for sure. I think there were certainly times where I would have considered it. It's just today is not one of those days. We're at half a soul heart right now because the Dreamcatcher does give us a little bit of extra defense at the start of every floor, but it's ultimately irrelevant right now since we have a 100% chance of getting an angel room regardless of what happens, so not particularly bothered either way. I assume this is the right direction. It's a little tricky to tell, admittedly. Nice. Get that money. We could do Hush, probably. Wouldn't be a good idea, but it's a plan that we could certainly follow up with. Like I said, not a good idea. But it's certainly maybe an option. I actually don't know if it's an option. Might not be, actually. Let's find out together. I, for one, am excited to find out what we're going to see in terms of options when we have destroyed this boss. Or if the boss destroys us. And we can simply just call it a day. Yeah, we do get Hush and Delirium. That seems odd, actually. Why would there be a Delirium portal? Because surely that would put you in a place where you can't actually win the challenge. And that's not something that usually happens. I can understand Hush. This is a little bit too much. Fair enough. Very strange. I have still not installed that mod that adds a Delirium portal to every single boss or whatever it is. Genuinely not even sure how it works, but I know it exists. But yeah, fair enough. Let's get a soul heart. We already have Black Candle, so we're not going to get any more cursed than we are right now. We could explore the dark room a little bit, I suppose. That wouldn't be like a terrible idea to maybe get some more items. We could also just follow the Star of Bethlehem around so we get that extra damage, but it is a little bit more fiddly to use with the knife, I feel. Unidentified pill. Let's live dangerously and get another speed down instead. I genuinely did not enjoy movement anyway, so it's nice that we can occasionally remove that from our build. Blank card or rock bottom? You know what? That seems about right with how the rest of this run is going. Let's just real quickly walk back to the star here and just get that damage up forever. The range up is always going to be there, but yeah, that's just seems like a nice thing to have. Now we're actually going to have that during the Mega Satan fight as well, which is kind of nice. Because I don't think the Star of Bethlehem actually goes there usually. So that simplifies things a little bit for sure. Nice to see Rock Bottom just pop up in what already was not a particularly difficult thing to do. Of all the possible things where we could possibly get it. I actually wouldn't mind like a Chariot hard right now, because then we'd also have decent speed for the remainder of the run, and I really wouldn't hate that. Maybe we can find something like that somewhere. Let's just quickly fight this boss, though. Timing-wise, a little off, but it worked out. I should have probably waited for the Star of Bethlehem, admittedly, because at least... it wouldn't matter. It would not actually change anything. It would give me a little bit of homing, I guess. That's probably the only thing it would do. Yeah, that seems about right, because... obviously, our stats are not going to change in any way because of Rock Bottom, so we got that going for us. No dreams. Oh! Is it actually going to go into the Mega Satan place? That's surprising. I wouldn't mind the speed up, actually. Everything else I don't care about too much, but I would not hate this. And let's just go for a little journey. It might be something good in there. Not sure if this is going to be worthwhile, but there's probably some startups waiting for us here and there. But yeah, genuinely curious, because I thought maybe, I guess if the lamb's just not on this floor, then the star will go into the Mega Satan fight as well. I'm taking a lot more damage than I would realistically want to take here, but nah. Fate's Reward or Gnawed Leaf. You know what? I genuinely tried to pick up Fate's Reward, and then I picked up Gnawed Leaf instead, and I've just learned to accept it, because quite frankly, I think I can just stand in front of the boss and win now. Which seems about right, given how the rest of this challenge has gone. So, you know what? Let's just go. Yep, star's right there. Interesting. Fair enough, I suppose. It's slightly out of reach. Are you serious? Now it would have been good to have flight, I suppose. Ah, well. Instead, we have just a ridiculous amount of damage for the knife. One that's a little fiddly to use, admittedly, because of the long range. It does make it a little unwieldy, because we are flinging that thing away, but I guess with the homing, if I wanted to attack War, that's a bad choice to stand in this homing circle, but you know, if I wanted to just throw my knife somewhere, then that's nice. Like, look, I can attack a hand. Exclusively a hand, perhaps, when I'm standing inside the circle, but still, it's something. Yeah, this is the good stuff. Just confuse the knife. That's how you want to play this fight. You see it go towards the target, and at the very end, it's like, you know what, maybe I should go for the other one. And then it just hits nothing instead. It's the perfect balance. Very nice. There you go. There's the creep. There we are. Let's just wait for the creep to go away a little bit, perhaps. Who do I want to bother first? It doesn't really matter. We have a big shield. It'll probably block explosions, surely. Yeah. I believe that's true. Wow, that just ended. Yeah, I guess our damage is okay. I guess this is fine. We should be ready before the washing machine is going to make a loud noise. I am sure of it. We're just gonna throw knives diagonally. Yeah, let him spawn an extra boss or two. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I haven't used my boomerang much. I would like to boomerang Mega Satan, please. There you go. Stuns him for a little bit. We have a full health pill. I'm just going to stand over here and hope it works out. It's a lot of tapping. Once I get to like 1 health, I'll use the pill. But until then, I'm just going to tap. I'm not overly impressed with how my shield has been performing so far, given that we also have 3 flies surrounding us at all times. But yeah, fair enough, I suppose. That... Why am I... No, it didn't. I was going to say, why did I get another Delirium Portal? But that's how a challenge ends. Fair enough. Poker Chip has appeared in the basement. It's a trinket that makes occasionally things bad. So, you know, good stuff. Occasionally it makes things double as well, I think. But mostly it worries me due to 50% chance things usually not working in your favor. Or at least not feeling that way. That was the Hyrule Challenge. It took 35 minutes roughly, and it was not difficult, and we got pretty much about as lucky as you can reasonably get during this, so That's just repeat that and you win to get a trinket that you probably don't want. Very nice. Hope you all enjoyed it. Next time we play, we'll be doing another run with a different character. And I hope to see you all there. Bye bye.